Yo, what is good, Knicks Nation? Welcome back to another live stream on Knicks Media. Want to go live and give you guys my thoughts of the game last night, go over some highlights, go over the RJ Barrett and Immanuel Quickley becoming the young studs of the New York Knicks. If you guys are new to the channel, you guys are not subscribed already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're new to the stream as well, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Let's get right into the stream. How is everybody doing today? Welcome in, everybody. What is going on? Jets Mania, what's good? Michael, Obi Toppin's in the stream. John, Gustavo, what is up, everybody? Welcome in. So today I want to go live. I don't know how long I'll be live today. I'm feeling energized. I want to go live for a long time with you guys and talk about the New York Knicks, talk about what's going on yesterday. And wow, what a game. Yes, last night was just I made my reaction video, but I want to talk about it again because the Knicks completely look like a team that is on the rise because they have a young core with RJ Barrett and Immanuel Quickley. Those two guys could be the future backcourt. You see that I have them right here, and they are in the thumbnail, IQ RJ. I think that should be the duo name, IQ RJ, RJ, IQ, whatever you want to call it. And I also want to talk about, I made a lot of videos saying Immanuel Quickley should start. He should start. And I said it again in my video last night. And I kind of want to talk about that real quick because I feel like Immanuel Quickley not starting and coming off the bench might be a good thing. The only thing that really frustrates Knicks fans, including myself, and a big reason why we want to see Immanuel Quickley in the starting lineup is simply because Elfrid Payton's starting. If we had a different point guard, like a veteran, like Derrick Rose, like we traded for him, or somebody else that's just not named Elfrid Payton, and that plays better point guard play, I'm okay with Immanuel Quickley coming off the bench because I've said this over and over again. It's not about who starts the game. It's about who finishes the game. And even though Quickley's been coming off the bench, he's been playing more minutes than Elfrid. He's been getting in the rhythm more. He's playing in the fourth quarter. And Tom Thibodeau said in his press conference last night, you know, it doesn't really matter who starts for me. Whoever's playing well and whoever's in rhythm during this specific game, they're going to get the minutes. So I like the mid-game adjustments from Tom Thibodeau. It's not really that big of a deal that Immanuel Quickley is not starting because he's getting a lot of minutes. He's flourishing. So I'm going to put some highlights actually up here for the first time. I've never really done this before. So we can watch some of these highlights together from last night. That beautiful block from Mitchell Robinson right there. And it's just awesome. I mean, it's just so awesome to watch these Knicks play good together. Watch this RJ Barrett corner three, splash. RJ Barrett is just continuing to play well. He's shooting the ball beyond the arc. He's doing everything that we want to see. Immanuel Quickley with the floater. Everything about this Knicks game last night was fun to watch. But the one thing I will say about last night's game, oh my God, wait, look at that Quickley step back J. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That step back J from Immanuel Quickley, I was like, okay, he's a veteran. He's Steph Curry. He's not a rookie. He's first team All-Pro. That was just phenomenal from Immanuel Quickley right there. And then we're in transition. Austin Rivers dishes it to RJ Barrett, finishes at the rim. One thing I do notice is the Knicks do not find Obi Toppin enough. He's always open, cutting to the rim. He's looking for the ball, and they don't really find him. I feel like that will happen eventually, but as of right now, they're not really finding the open Obi Toppin. Nice dish from Elfrid here to Mitchell Robinson down low. Elfrid did not do good last night by any means, but that was definitely a good pass for sure. We got Julius Randle bullying his way through and one. Do you guys think Julius Randle is going to be an all-star? I feel like he should be. I definitely feel like he should be this year. But we'll see. You never know. I made the title of this video Jets Q&A because I'm going to open it up eventually. But to start off the stream, I want to talk about the highlights. Look at this. Immanuel Quickley dunks on Jarrett Allen and one. Looks at him, talks smack. He's like, yeah, that's right. I'm Immanuel Quickley. You know who I am now. Everyone slept on me. All 24 teams passed on me in the draft. And people call me a shooting guard. People call me a second-round pick. People call me a bust. Yeah, right. I'm here. And look at Immanuel Quickley pulling up from way beyond the arc at the buzzer. I mean, Immanuel Quickley is just – he's on another level, boys. Austin Rivers dancing. He's doing his thing as well. Look at this. Floater. I don't know how that went in. When he first put that up, I was like, how did that go in, man? But look at this. Obi Toppin hesitating, gives it to Quickley. Quickley just pulls up, no hesitation, and just splashes it, man. It's just awesome to see that Quickley shoots with this much confidence, you know, 5 3-pointers. And it's just a beautiful thing to watch, man. Immanuel Quickley again. Look at this. Veteran. And one. 4-point play. I think this is the one that the Cleveland Cavaliers challenged, and they brought it back. But still, I mean, look at this. I don't even care that this wasn't a foul. The way that he just gets off the pick and roll, has a little inch of space, and look at him swimming because he's wet. Oh, man, Immanuel Quickley is just something special, guys. He really is. I mean, I can't believe how well he's playing for a rookie. It's just phenomenal. Look at this. Pump fake. Got him in the air. Lob to Nerlens Noel. That's the point guard that we love to see, Immanuel. We feel like he's going to be a scorer, but nope. And then he does stuff like this. Look at his poise and patience in order to open up that lane for Nerlens Noel. It's just a thing of beauty, guys. A thing of beauty. Julius Randle going to work. Isolation. Bully ball. Oh, you got a mismatch on me? I'm just going to go ISO real quick, post you up, and get that nice little post hook. Yeah, man. So that's really the highlights from last night I want to go over with you guys. If you guys want to ask me any questions, let me know. Let me know. Wait. Often does Payton throw lobs? No, he does not. Barely. Even if he tries, it does not succeed. I'll tell you that much. I'm okay with Quickley coming off the bench, but he needs to be the first player off the bench and must get more minutes than Payton. Yeah, man, he is getting more minutes than Payton. I feel like what Thibodeau is trying to do is he's trying to get, whoever's in rhythm at the end of the game. Like, for example, against the Jazz when we were in Utah, Quickley had a really off game. It's going to happen. He's a rookie, 1 for 11. And he did not play in the fourth quarter because he was off. So Payton got in at the crunch time. He went the veteran route. I just like the way that Tom Thibodeau is utilizing this rotations because, the start off the game yesterday, it was rough. I mean, we scored like 3 points in the first 6 minutes and nobody can get a bucket. And we had, the starting lineup is more defensive mindset with Elfrid Payton on the floor. So he quickly subbed in Immanuel Quickley and Austin Rivers. Those two guys are threats to shoot the ball beyond the arc. There are scorers, and it immediately gave us a spark that we needed, and Thibodeau understood that, and he kept them in the game. And he knew that, okay, our defense is playing well, but we need to get a spark. We need to get points on the board because even if we're playing good defense, it doesn't matter if we can't put points up because we're looking terrible. So I've noticed that we got 42 people in the stream right now. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Saturday. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button if you are new to the stream. But let's talk about RJ Barrett, man. I wish RJ was a little quicker, but yes, him and Quickley definitely look like the core of the team. The one thing I will say about this, I understand why you think he should be quicker, but that's RJ's game, man. He's a powerhouse. He's a bulldozer. He's a bully. That's what makes him so unique. He goes in slow motion. Whenever there's a mismatch, oh, Garland's on me? Right, I'm just going to post him up and just absolutely back him down low and get an and one. You can't expect RJ to be quicker because he's one of those guys that takes advantage of his size and his physicality. And I like that he's really patient with his movements. I don't really think that he needs to be quicker. I feel like he cuts back door. People get him. He's more of a power than speed guard / small forward. And I'm okay with that. He's very old school, like Matthew says. Correct. RJ plays him. Yeah, he slows the game. Exactly. This is what I'm trying to say. RJ has his own pace and he slows the game down. And he's so poised. He's getting so much more comfortable in the NBA before our eyes, guys. It really is a thing of beauty. When he has the ball in his hands, they set a pick, it's a handoff, and you can tell that Thibodeau is getting more used to RJ. Where does he need to be on the floor? When should we draw up a play for him? And the coaching staff, listen, we have to really put into consideration what's going on with the season. The coaching staff that the Knicks have in place, the brand new one with Thibodeau, Woodson, Payne, and Bryant, all these guys, they've been with these guys for what? A month and a half, 2 months now, because they only had 1 week of training camp. Then they got right into preseason and then into this regular season. They did not have a lot of time to adjust and see which rotation is going to work. So they're still learning, these guys on the Knicks. So I feel like they're really understanding what to do with RJ Barrett, and he's becoming so comfortable in this system, and I'm loving it. You think our better players being in the game when we already won is concerning? Most don't care because nothing happened yet. If anyone not named Payton tears something, Thiz will be on. Yeah, this is definitely something that I don't understand. We were up by 20 points with 3 minutes left last night, and he kept RJ in, he kept Julius in. I don't understand the mindset behind it. Maybe it's like, all right, he want to make sure that my starters are in rhythm, and I don't know. Definitely, if something happens, you're right. If he keeps Julius in with 30 seconds left to go and we're up by 20 and then he gets a crazy injury, then you're right. Knicks fans will be calling for Thibodeau's head and it wouldn't be good. So hopefully I don't know the mindset behind it, man. I don't really have a good answer. Definitely worth concerning though, for sure. Do you think any team would trade for Peyton? Unfortunately, he has a no trade clause, so he's not going anywhere unless he writes off on it. I just wish they cut him and they let Frank get minutes, man, or somebody else in the roster, or trade for Alonzo. I mean, I would love to trade for it. I would love to do that. Is Lonzo worth it? Lonzo had a great game last night. He had 7 3-pointers, 27 points. I don't know, man. I don't know how much the Pelicans were willing to ask for Lonzo. It's either we wait next year because he's a free agent and we just hold on to our assets and we're like, all right, we're good with what we have now. Let's run with our guys. Let's cut Peyton because I can't take that guy, man. But I don't know. Is it worth it to give up some of our players / draft picks for Lonzo Ball when we can just go out there in free agency and grab him? I don't know, man. I'm a big Lonzo fan. I think he would fit the Thibodeau system well. He got his jump shot in rhythm right now. He plays good defense. He's unselfish, excuse me. So I would love to go get him, but we'll see. You think Zach LaVine is a serious option or just talk? Well, my opinion on the whole Zach LaVine speculation is, me personally, I could be definitely in a minority, but my mindset with this Knicks team is we are not a star player away from competing for a championship. We're definitely a star player away from competing for the playoffs. I think so. But if they're going to ask for a guy like Mitchell Robinson or even RJ or one of our young core players for Zach LaVine, I don't know, man. Me personally, I'd rather the Knicks do what they're doing, build within our young core, let these guys get comfortable together, let them build a chemistry, let them build a camaraderie, let them just really build within the Tom Thibodeau system without trading them away, because that's what's going to hinder this Knicks team. In the past, we know what happened. We always trade away our entire team for a player, and it backs us up. We need to forget about that. Stop worrying about who's available via trade. Build through our own young core, and that's what's going to attract free agents down the line. That's my opinion. I know some people think that we should go out there and trade for Bradley Beal, trade for, LaVine, but that's going to take RJ. That's going to take a lot of players on the team that I'm not willing to give up, in my opinion. RJ, Mitch, IQ, and Randle, all we need is a solid 3 or Beal and move RJ to 3. RJ, Mitch, IQ, and Randle is all we need in a solid 3 or Beal. Yeah, I mean, are you saying that who would we have to give up to get Bradley Beal? We'd have to give up a lot for Bradley Beal, like a lot. I don't think any of these, if we're talking about Bradley Beal, I think RJ Barrett and Mitch will be in the conversation of being traded for him. And I'm not down for that. I don't want to trade our young core for one player. I'm sorry. That's just, we need depth. We need to build within the draft. RJ Barrett should not even be discussed in any trade package. Yo, what's good? Welcome into the stream, everybody. Wanted to go live real quick, talk about the Knicks. Let's let the highlights run through again for people that didn't see it. The Knicks beat the Cavaliers last night. We got the boys, RJ and IQ, just looking like absolute studs. What are your guys' thoughts? What do you think this is going to happen? I don't know, man. I feel so good. Let's do it. Hi, let's go Knicks. What's up? What's up, bro? Give up the whole team. Keep RJ, Mitch, Quick, Randle, and Toppin, and let's get an all-star like Beal. I don't think it's possible. I mean, if we can give up players not named RJ, Mitch, Quickley, Randle, and Toppin and still get Bradley Beal, sign me up. I don't know how that's possible. I don't know how that's possible. That's not happening, in my opinion. That's very unrealistic, but I'm on board. If we keep RJ, Mitch, Quick, Randle, and Toppin and we can get a Bradley Beal, then yeah, I'm down, but very unrealistic. If the Knicks can make the playoffs, it will help in free agency. Keep the young core together, and 2022 will be our year. Facts, Derek. That's exactly what I'm saying. We need to build. This year should be the year where we do not trade our entire team for a player because we're not winning a championship. Guys, I'm sorry to break you guys the news. We're not winning a championship this year. I know you guys know that, but I just want to remind you, we should not trade our team for a star right now. We try to push for the playoffs with the team we have, and that's going to attract free agents. They're going to be like, oh, look at that Knicks team. They don't even have a bona fide superstar. They have a Julius Randle who's emerging to be an all-star, which I want to talk about later on the stream. And they have a young core with RJ Barrett. Immanuel Quickley looks like a stud. Obi Toppin hopefully can get into rhythm throughout the regular season. And Mitchell Robinson is a lockdown defender. And they got a great coach in Tom Thibodeau. Some free agents are going to look at the Knicks and say, I'm that one player that's going to go there and change the culture and change the entire identity, and we can go push for the championship. That's what we need to do. We need to build within, make the playoffs with the team we have now. It's not guaranteed we make the playoffs this year for sure, but we have a chance. We have a chance. I liked RJ and IQ last night, but I want to see them consistent and do it against better defenders because the Cavs guards are terrible at defense. That is very true. Colin Sexton and Garland are liabilities out there on defense. But you're right, man. We definitely want to see them be more consistent. You know, RJ Barrett is the youngest player on the roster. Let that sink in. He's 20 years old. He's the youngest New York Knick. He's younger than IQ. He's younger than Toppin. He's younger than everybody on the roster. That's ridiculous. And Immanuel Quickley is a rookie. You can't expect these guys to be completely balling out every single night. That's unrealistic. They're going to have off nights, and it's going to happen. RJ Barrett, he had an amazing opening night to the season against the Pacers. And then after that game, he went through a stretch of like just being lost out there, not being able to find his rhythm scoring-wise. He was still rebounding and playmaking and playing defense, but he just cannot find a rhythm to score the ball. And then ever since that little cold spell, he's been on a tear. The last 8 to 9 games, RJ Barrett's been consistently putting up excellent numbers. Immanuel Quickley, he had his career night against the Portland Trailblazers, 31 points. The day after that against the Jazz, he goes 1 for 11. And then he follows that up with last night's game, 25 points. So it's going to happen. We're rookies. They're rookies. They're young players. They're sophomores. You cannot expect them to go every single night, drop 20-plus points. It's not going to happen, guys. Would I like it to happen? Absolutely. But we got to be realistic here. RJ is still not getting the number of shots per game that he should get. I agree, man. He needs to be featured more in the offense. He needs to be the guy that is, getting featured. He needs all the plays should be called for him. Elfrid Payton's the point guard, and whenever Elfrid's on the floor, it doesn't feel like he's finding him, even though I will say that one play last night, RJ cut back door, and Elfrid Payton did find him finally. The amount of times I've seen RJ open or RJ cut back door and Elfrid miss him is astronomical. So it's good to see Elfrid actually find the guy. You know what I mean? RJ is starting to put up better numbers, but he deserves more touches and more shots. I agree. I feel like his jump shot is more of a catch and shoot type of guy. He can, I don't know, guys. Obviously, he's not a shooter. We do not label him as a shooter, and we'd rather him drive to the rim. That's what he's best at. That's what his strength is. But if he can continue to be a catch and shoot threat from downtown in the corner, I feel like his corner threes is where his hot spot is. Either corner. People drive. He's wide open in the corner. You dish it to him, and he had a really smooth jump shot last night. And also, he's a threat from mid-range. So I do feel like we should continue to get RJ his looks. He needs to get in rhythm. And I love that whenever there's a mismatch advantage, RJ takes full advantage. I mean, I said it earlier. Oh, Garland's on me. Garland is 6'2", terrible defender. I'm just going to post him up. I'm RJ Barrett, and I'm a bully. And I'm going to just get an A1 and just flex my muscles on you because you're too little for me. And RJ Barrett's 20 years old bullying people. It's just amazing, man. Let's do it. I would love to see Obi develop a post-game and mid-range shot. Yeah, I feel like the Obi Toppin discussion is he doesn't get enough looks. The amount of times I see Obi cutting and he's like, yo, throw me a lob, or yo, give me the ball. They don't find him. I feel like it's going to happen. Sometimes, Austin Rivers has the ball in transition, his head's down, or he's looking to RJ Barrett, and Obi's open to the left. He doesn't see him. But definitely there's a lot of times when Obi Toppin needs to get the ball, and they're not giving it to him. He is a threat waiting to happen of dunking on people. He's really confident with his jump shot. I feel like he shoots the ball a little too much for my liking. But there's a lot of times where he's cutting back door and he's cutting to the rim, and he's open and they do not find him. So just wait until the Knicks really start noticing that, okay, Obi he's there. We got to throw up the lobs to him. We got to dish him the rock down low. And I feel like it's going to happen over time. if we make the playoffs, what seed would we be? I think between 7 and 8. And also we have to realize that there's a play-in tournament. So if we get the 10th seed, there's a chance of making the playoffs still. So that's a good sign. There's a 10th seed that we can still fight for the playoffs, which is good. I find Payton doesn't pass to RJ enough. He always looks for Randle first. Yeah, man. Elfrid Payton is just so annoying. He brings up the ball. He either dribbles it out and he drives to the rim, puts up a terrible floater and misses, or he hits it, or he gives it to Randle in isolation. And there's no fluidity. Whenever Elfrid Payton's on the floor, there's no camaraderie with the team. He does not have a good grasp of the offense. And he's just there for defensive purposes. We have to realize the reason why Elfrid Payton is on the floor and starting for Tom Thibodeau is because of his defense. If he was not a good defender, he would not be getting any minutes whatsoever because we know he's terrible on offense. We don't really notice the good things he does on defense because it's not like he locks people down, but he definitely gets into passing lanes. He forces turnovers sometimes, and he plays good on-ball defense. We got to give Payton some credit. But what he does on the offense is the reason why every single Knicks fan, including myself, cannot stand watching him play, man. It's so frustrating. Payton's a bum. Every time he shoots the ball, I close my eyes. Give Frank some burn. I agree, bro. I agree. Free my guy Frank Ntilikina. Frank is just on the bench rotting away. I feel like if I was the coach, even though I'm not the coach, I would start IQ and bring Frank off the bench because Frank gives everything defensively that Payton gives you. And Frank, what we saw limited time of him this year, he has a jump shot. He has confidence. No more live for the game. So yeah, I was not able to go live recently. I've been really caught up with a lot of my YouTube channels. I haven't had a lot of time, but I will definitely be going live for the games in the future. Don't you worry. Thinking about doing it tomorrow, actually. So stay tuned on the channel. Might be going live for tomorrow's game. I have a good feeling about Mavs missing playoffs, and that will be great for us. Nothing to do with Mavs being bad. Just West is stacked. Yeah, man. It's awesome to see Kristaps making Mavs fans hate the trade. I don't know if you guys know, but go on Twitter, type in Kristaps Porzingis, whatever, and every single Mavericks fan is over him. They're like, yo, get this bum off the team. And that was dope. Shout out to someone on Twitter. What up, bro? Knicks Tate. Welcome in, bro. Knicks Tate for sure. Smash that like button. Facts. If you guys are new to the stream and you guys did not smash that like button, make sure you do so for your boy. Would appreciate that. I'm live right now on YouTube and Twitter at the same time. So I don't really do this, but I noticed that we got, one person here on Twitter. So welcome in if you're on Twitter. Always appreciate it. RQ. Facts. That's the duo. RQ. Frank is decent in the pick and roll. We've seen it with Mitch and Kristaps. There's potential and a way better shot. Facts, man. I'm a big Frank fan. But he doesn't get any burn out there. It's just like, what's going on? Love seeing the Mavs lose. That Mavs pick is looking good. Facts, guys. That Mavericks pick is looking very juicy. We have what? We have their unprotected first-round pick. So if that could squeeze into the lottery, you never know. I mean, it doesn't even matter. It's like ridiculous. What's my Twitter? My Twitter is right up here at NYKnicks_media. So follow me over on Twitter. We def making the playoffs 100%. Let's do it. I love the confidence. We're making the playoffs. We just got to be more consistent. We need to stop. The one thing about this Knicks team that drives me crazy is we win 3 games in a row and then we lose 4 games in a row. And then we win 3 and then we lose 4. It's like, can we get some consistency? Can we win 2 and then lose and then win 3? And then, you guys know what I'm talking about. It's either we're on a crazy win streak or we're on a crazy losing streak. So I don't know. What's up with Knox? First game, he was shooting 44%. Last 5, 16.7%. I don't know, man. I feel like his minutes are just so inconsistent. He does not have any time to get in rhythm. Last night, he was on the floor for, 8 or 10 minutes, and he did not even shoot the ball. They're not featuring him, The Rock. When he started off the season red hot, I felt like the Knicks were trying to find him. He was part of the game plan, catch and shoot, and we had a lot of injuries. But now that we're getting healthier, Kevin Knox does not really get a lot of minutes. So I just feel like it's more about him not getting in rhythm. I feel like for example, last night he didn't get to shoot the ball once. That tells you, man. That tells you. Mitch shut down Drummond last night. Facts. Drummond had, 4 points? I don't know how that's possible because he went, off on us the last time we versed. Crazy. Yeah, I actually gave my thoughts on Obi Toppin earlier, but I'll quickly brief up on it again. I think that Obi Toppin needs a point guard out there that finds him because the amount of times I saw Obi Toppin last night cutting to the basket with his hands up and he's wide open, someone just needs to throw up a lob or give him, a nice bounce pass and he'll finish at the rim. Obi Toppin is a guy that is required to have an offense that feeds him the rock. He's not going to get the ball in ISO and cross you up. He's not going to size you up. We're hoping he can develop a post game, but I feel like Obi, over time, over the course of the season, I feel like the Knicks are going to find him more often, and that's when he's going to start having crazy highlights. I have a feeling that he's going to have a ridiculous posterizing dunk eventually, and it's going to be all over the place, and Knicks fans are going to just explode. I'm not worried about Obi one bit. Who would I give up for Zach LaVine? I went over this earlier. Me personally, I don't know how much it would cost for Zach LaVine, but I do not think the Knicks are in the market, or I don't think they should be in the market for trading their talent for a guy like Zach LaVine. We need to build through our own young core before we trade our own pieces. We need to make the playoffs with the team we have now before we can go get a star. That's my opinion. Some people will disagree, but I'm just totally against trading away any young talent on our team for a guy like that we drafted ourselves. I want to be a team that has built through the draft properly. We've never done that. And it looks good right now. We have a young core brewing. I don't know. I wouldn't want Zach LaVine right now, to be honest. Who is Obi going to yam on this season? He's going to yam on a lot of people. I'm telling you, he's a posterizing, crazy highlight dunk waiting to happen. All he needs is the right opportunity, and he is soaring. Tomahawk one-handed and one. Obi did have a nice stretch last night. He had a really beautiful left-handed adjusting layup that was just so jelly, beautiful serendipity by him. And then he had a three-pointer right after that. So we'll see. I think Obi just needs to get more time out there. It's unfortunate because it felt like he was getting in rhythm last night, and then he got pulled for Julius. And that's an issue just because we want to see Obi develop, but Julius Randle is playing such good basketball where it's going to hinder his development. What's up with Dennis Smith Jr.? Man, if there's a bust on the team, I think it's Dennis Smith, and it's simply because of his confidence. He's not there mentally. We know what happened with him, and it's just it's unfortunate, but I think Dennis Smith Jr.'s time as a Knick is done. I don't think he's going to be here next year, but I wish nothing but the best for him. In the preseason, we ranked last in the NBA, and now we are in playoff position, 1/4 of the season in. We're going to keep providing – we're going to keep proving doubters wrong. Let's see it. I'm down. I feel like so many people around the league are, taking notice of the Knicks because, 1, Immanuel Quickley looks like a dog, and 2, RJ's becoming a stud, and 3, Julius Randle is playing like an all-star. That's one question I want to ask you guys. Do you guys feel like Julius Randle is going to make the all-star game this year? I feel like even on his off nights, he pads the stats. So let me know in the chat. You think IQ starting tomorrow? No, I do not. Tom Thibodeau said in the press conference last night, he doesn't care about the starting lineup. It's more about he loves Immanuel Quickley off the bench because he feels like he plays better with that group. And he also mentioned whoever's playing well on that particular game, they're going to finish the game. It's not about who starts the game. It's about who finishes the game. And that's what Immanuel Quickley brings to the table. He brings immediate offense off the bench. Maybe Immanuel Quickley can be our Lou Williams type of player, Jamal Crawford. Maybe he can be that sixth man of the future for the Knicks. You never know. He is that, just volume shooter off the bench that we so desperately need. If we can get a veteran point guard not named Elfrid Payton next year, like Alonzo, or you never know, Derrick Rose, or somebody that's not Elfrid Payton, and then Quickley can come off the bench and provide a spark, I'm okay with that, man. I really am. Vote for Julius and RJ All-Star team. I'm down. I don't think RJ is going to make it, unfortunately. I don't think he's going to keep it up. I feel like he needs to really explode more this year in order to make it. But Julius has a chance. Julius definitely has a chance. I think RJ and Randall have great chemistry, even though they don't space the floor very well. It works. Yeah, man, a lot of people going into the season, including myself, thought, I don't know, man, RJ and Julius, they do not fit well together on the court. They both can't shoot. They're not going to play well together. And now they're our duo. They're our dynamic duo that's playing very well off of each other. They feel like they have very good chemistry. They're running pick and rolls. RJ's feeding Julius down low. Julius is reading the defense. If he sees RJ open for three, he gives him the rock, and RJ's shooting it and hitting his three-pointers as of late. So I like it. I like it. Did we trade our picks for 2024 picks because that is the Bronny year? That's awesome. That's funny. I don't know. I feel like that's so long in the future. I would love to have Bronny James, but that's so far in the future. I don't even want to think about that. What do you think about the minutes RJ and Randle are playing? Game was over late in the fourth, and they're still in the game. Yeah, this is definitely a crucial question because it doesn't make sense to any of us that why is our star players in the game with 2 minutes left to go and we're up by 20 points? Is it because Thibodeau wants to make sure the players are still in shape and this is their time to burn, trying to get them in shape? Or maybe that's what it is. Maybe Thibodeau's mindset is the complete opposite of ours. We're so concerned. We're like, yo, get them out of the game. They need to be ready. They need to be ready for the game. They need to, have their bodies, give them some rest. But maybe Thibodeau's mindset is they need to be in shape for the game. So I'm going to let them stay out there. Not saying that's the right thing to do, but that might be his mindset. What up, V-Man? What's good, bro? Thank you so much for the $2 donation. Always appreciate you, brother. Great time to be a New York sports fan. All team going up. Facts, bro. We got the Jets with their brand new head coach. We got the Knicks looking good. We got the Mets looking good. Yankees doing their thing as always. Giants, I'm not a Giants fan, but they're on the rise with their new head coach. I think so, at least. But for sure, man. Brooklyn Nets, both hockey teams. It's a good time to be a New York sports fan. Appreciate the donation, B-Man. Hey, man, another thing I want to mention, the Brooklyn Nets had a lot of issues trying to beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. Did we? Nope. We versed them 3 times. We beat them twice. Dallas plays tonight, and an L gives them 5 in a row. That's good to know. Let's go whoever they're versing, man. Screw the Mavs, right? Cavs started making a run at the end. Julius hit a huge bucket to stop the Cleveland momentum. Facts, man. Julius is really stepping up to being our clutch player. It was awesome because we were up by 15 in like the second or third quarter. And at that time, Julius had like 4 points. And I'm like, guys, we're up by 15 without Julius doing anything. That tells you how deep our team is right now. What's your projection for IQ in his prime? I think he can average 20 points for sure. I mean, look at him. He scored 23 plus in 3 or 4 games already as a rookie, and he's 16 games in, and he was injured. So I think his potential's through the roof, especially when we talk about his prime. And I feel like his prime is going to be around age 26 to 30. That's usually where players hit their prime. Even beyond, some players ball out even in their early 30s. So I feel like the sky's the limit for IQ, guys. His mindset is so above everybody else. His confidence, he is believing in himself. He feels like he can shoot anywhere. The way he draws contact, the way he draws fouls is just a thing of beauty, man. It really is. I noticed that we got over 100 people in the stream right now. Welcome in, everybody. Please make sure you smash that like button on your way in. I'll greatly appreciate that. Greatly appreciate that. Here we go. IQ's career high is a few games is higher than RJ's. Yeah, IQ hit 30 points before RJ Barrett. That's pretty insane, man. It is pretty insane. I feel like RJ would have hit 30 plus last year if they didn't ice him out. Last year was so frustrating. RJ would have a game where he had like 21 first half points, and then he would shoot the ball twice in the second half. It's just so frustrating, but that needs to stop. This is a very good question. Is Julius Randle a part of the future, or is he trade bait? To be honest, I have a feeling Julius Randle is part of the future because he fits everything we want in a Tom Thibodeau offense. And we got to give Julius so much credit because without Julius Randle, this team's not winning ball games. It's that simple. He does way more than just score the ball. He is our point guard. He averages the most assists per game. He is a playmaker. And whenever he drives to the rim. He gets a lot of attention. There's a double team. He has his eyes wide open, and he passes the ball. What the coaching staff did to Julius Randle is just absolutely insane, because we went from hating on Julius last year because Fizdale did not know what to do with him. He felt like he had to put the entire team on his back, spin through double teams, and turn the ball over. And then now he's becoming a facilitator. So I think Julius might be a part of the future. He's only 26 years old. I feel like the sky's the limit for him. He's going to be on the team next year. If I'm the Knicks, I hold on to him, man, because I feel like the way he's playing right now, that's a guy that could be part of the foundation that we're trying to build. If we can get a star wing player, like a small forward that can come in, and our starting lineup is, say, we bring in a veteran point guard, but let's just say for this hypothetical, we get Immanuel Quickley, RJ, a star in free agency at small forward, Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson. I love that. Your thoughts on acquiring LaVille in a trade, and who would you give up? Yeah, I touched on this earlier. I'll say it again, though. I am not a fan of trading for Zach LaVine. I'm sorry. That's just my mindset. I'm just not anything against Zach LaVine. I'm just not for trading for anybody, because this Knicks team is not a star away from winning the championship, and we do not want to trade any assets on the team that we have right now for a guy like Zach LaVine, because he's not going to bring us to the championship. It's that simple. I feel like the Knicks need to build within our young core right now. Let the guys develop. Let RJ continue to get these minutes. Let IQ do his thing. Let Mitchell Robinson lock down the paint. And let the young guys build within the culture of Tom Thibodeau. We are not in a position to trade our players. If we can get Zach LaVine for cheap and we don't have to give up our young studs, we don't have to give up RJ, Mitch, Toppin, IQ, or Randall. If those five are untouchable and we can get Zach LaVine, I'm down. But if it costs any of those five, me personally, I'm out. Nope, not trading away any of our young studs. Not doing it, because we've done it in the past. It's never worked. Trading away young players for established players never works for the Knicks. We got a $5 donation from Rudd. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate the donation. Very generous of you, my man. Thoughts on Knox? I feel like he doesn't make his presence felt on the court. If he keeps this up, it won't be good. Yeah, man. Kevin Knox started off the year red hot. He was shooting like 44% from three. He looked like an absolute stud catch-and-shoot guy. And then now it feels like he lost his rhythm and rotation. He does not get the minutes that he was getting earlier on. He's not getting the looks. Nobody's passing him the ball. When he does get the ball, he tries to drive and he loses his dribble, and he looks lost out there, to be honest with you guys. I feel like Kevin Knox needs to prove that he can do more than just be a catch-and-shoot guy, because that's the problem. If he's just a guy that can shoot threes, he's a one-dimensional guy. So I feel like we're going to see more of Kevin Knox throughout the year, because, the reason why he was getting so much minutes earlier, because we were battling with injuries. Alec Burks being out was a big reason why. And now that he's healthy, Bullock's injured. So I don't know, man. I feel like Kevin Knox is definitely a guy that is destined to break out eventually, in terms of just he has such a good ability to knock down the three. I feel like his arc, his rhythm, his jump shot's there. But right now he just not getting the looks he deserves, in my opinion. RJ Barrett, 21 and 6 rebounds. Facts. He's a beast. He's a stud. Randall has played himself into our future, averaging double-double with over 20 points per game. We don't even know if Obi can be as good. And there's only 4 years difference in age. Yeah, this is a good topic, man. I feel like holding on to Julius Randle's smart. I don't think that he should be trade bait. That's my opinion. Obviously, before the season, I was one of those people saying trade Julius Randle, because nobody expected him to play like this. And I feel like every Knicks fan can agree that we were all wrong. There was definitely some Knicks fans that said, no, Julius is going to do well this year, and kudos to you guys. But I feel like keeping Julius and letting Obi Toppin come off the bench for the future, there's nothing wrong with that. I understand Obi's 22 and the yada, 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 but Obi's going to learn from Julius, and I feel like they can both be part of the future. Because, again, basketball is a game of a team. It's not just 5 players on the court that start. We need to have a bench. And I like that we have 2 power forwards that are young and upcoming in Julius Randle, who is way more established and way better than Obi Toppin. Who knows? Will Obi ever become anything as good as Julius in the future? You never know, man. If Leon Rose has word from a star and behind the scenes for free agency, would you want to trade for Beal or Levine? I don't know, man. It's hard. It's all these hypotheticals. They're fun, but if we can get Bradley Beal or Zach LaVine without giving up RJ Barrett, without giving up Immanuel Quickley, without giving up Obi Toppin, Mitchell Robinson, Julius Randle, I'm down. I just don't want to trade away guys that we drafted. I know we didn't draft Randle, but I feel like this Knicks team needs to do the old classic way of building within the draft and not trading away for stars, because we're not a superstar away from winning a championship. That's my mindset, man. I'm very scarred from the Knicks trading away our future. And I don't know, man. What if we give up Knox, DSJ, Iggy, and Bullock? That's a terrible trade. They're not accepting that. Would I be down for that? 100%. But nobody's accepting Dennis Smith Jr., Iggy, and Reggie for Bradley Beal or for Zach LaVine or even Lonzo Ball. That's a terrible trade. Trade Dennis Smith, Iggy, Frank a second for I don't think this will get it done. No, it won't. Dennis Smith Jr., Frank Ntilikina have 1 year left in their deals. They're both not getting any minutes. Iggy is a complete bench player. He has no burn in the NBA and a second-round pick. That's very unrealistic again. It's unfortunate because the only way we get LaVine or Bradley Beal is if we include RJ or if we include Mitchell Robinson. And I'm not doing that, man. Nope. Those are my guys. I don't want to do any of these trades, to be honest with you guys. Whoa. No trades, please. Facts, Tyler. I'm there with you. Beal and LaVine ain't getting us a title. No use trading away stuff for them right now. Exactly what I'm trying to say. We have to really ground ourselves and realize, there's a star available and we're kind of winning. Let's go trade for him. We cannot trade for a guy because we want to hold on to our young core. The reason why we're winning right now is because we have a young, establishing, exciting young core. We've been waiting for this for so long, and it would be such a bad mistake to trade away this young core. It really would be. We're not a championship team away from, getting a guy like this. It's just not happening. George Hill won't cost much. Compliments Barrett's game, shoots threes, really good defender, great handle. Nick, Dennis Smith Jr., and a future second for George Hill. Yeah, maybe. I feel like, I don't know, man. We'll see. George Hill is like an established veteran. I understand where you're coming from, Mike, but I don't think they're going to do that. We definitely do need a point guard, though, because we can't take this man right here, Peyton. Look at this. Elfrid Payton has no trade clause. Get this guy off the team. He's a bum. Like, gosh. If we can trade or cut Payton and bring in Lonzo or bring in Derrick Rose, I'm okay. Because I just want Elfrid Payton off the team. I think he is single-handedly going to hold back this team from being a playoff team. I don't think we're going to miss the playoffs because of Elfrid, but I feel like there's some games already that we could have won if he did not play terrible. But we'll see. If Obi becomes anything close to Randle right now, it won't be with the Knicks. Julius went through a lot because he was at LA, Pelicans is where he really shined, and the Knicks is where he blossomed all-star. I understand where you're coming from, JR Swish, but, everyone's story is different. You never know. Obi wants to be a Knick. Obi grew up in New York. I feel like the more time he has with the Knicks, especially learning from Julius, he can definitely become a beast on the Knicks. I don't think he needs to leave in order to establish his career. But Julius' story is definitely that, for sure. I want Peyton gone. He sucks. Facts. What if Kawhi, not like how we're playing, and he wants to join us? What do you think? In free agency or draft? I don't know when he's a free agent. But if Kawhi Leonard comes to the Knicks and we don't have to trade for him and he comes via free agency, we're a championship team, for sure. I mean, you saw what Kawhi did with the Raptors. They were a playoff team at best without him. He comes to the Raptors, they win a championship. So, down. Would you give up 4 first-round picks, Frankie and Dennis Smith, for Beal and Levine? Oh, you see, man, I'm not the right guy to ask these questions because I'm so not down to trade our future right now. Like 4 first-round picks, that's a lot. I understand that Bradley Beal is on another level right now and Zach LaVine, but 4 first-round picks, man, we're trying to build a foundation here. That's going to hinder that. We need to really utilize these picks, hold on to them until a really good star comes available, and we have a young core built already where we can afford to trade for him. Right now, trading 4 first-rounders for a guy like that is just going to set back our team. We don't have any draft capital anymore. We don't have any assets. No. Nope. Do I remember Alexei Shved? Yes, I do. Of course, I went through that terrible time as a Knicks fan, watching these games every day. Elfrid Payton has the best agent manager in sports for getting that no trade clause. Yeah, how the hell did he manage to do that, man? Get it out of there. Get it out of there. No, don't do it. Everyone doesn't want to do that trade. No, we are not trading for Beal. He won't win us crap. Facts. That's my perspective, guys. I understand Bradley Beal is disgruntled and he's scoring 40 points, but I understand the Wizards are also a terrible team. But he's scoring 40 points per game and they're not winning, which is crazy. I think he should leave there, but I don't know, man. The Knicks are not a Bradley Beal away from competing for a title. They're not. Obi said, I think he can lead the Knicks to playoffs. They may not go all the way to finals. They can make it to the Eastern Conference semifinals, and the fans will still be happy. Bro, if the Knicks can make it to the semifinals, this season is a victory. That's like the Knicks winning a championship. I'm just kidding, obviously. But if the Knicks can win a playoff series, we are going out of this game with, going into next year, there's going to be a lot of hype around the New York Knicks. That's all I got to say, man. If you weren't a fan when we had to cheer for Cole Aldridge and Lewin Mudson, don't speak on anything, please. This was the darkest time to be a Knicks fan, bro. Cole Aldridge with Lewin Mudson. Oh, it was so bad. I actually, on my Snapchat memories, I saw a video like 3 years ago today. It was a video of Enes Kanter and Chris Stapps getting ready to tip off, and I was so excited. And I'm like, wow, thinking of that team 3 years ago, it's like, wow, it's just Emmanuel Mudiay. Like, no, definitely not down for that. Dark days for sure, bro. Thinking back on it, it's depressing. Sasha Vujic, ugh. And Alfredo Payton collecting bargaining agreement is. I love that. You're making me laugh. Alfredo Payton. That was a good one. That was the best one I've seen. Oh my God. Alfredo Payton. That's awesome. Pablo Prigioni. Chris Copeland, best Knick of all time. We'll never forget that 3-pointer he missed because that set up Iman Shumpert's crazy putback. Are we trading Burks at deadline? Good question. Definitely good question. We'll see. I feel like right now he's struggling, so he has no value. If he can do what he did in the first 3 games of the season, then yeah, but he does not have anything. How do you feel about Mitchell Robinson's tweet? Yeah, man, there's a lot of things around Mitchell Robinson. I feel like Mitch is literally, for those guys that do not know, the same exact age as I am. We were both born on the same exact day, April 1st, 1998. We're both 22. We're about to turn 23 in April. So that's how young Mitch is, just to let you guys realize how young he is. But he doesn't have that mature mentality. I feel like he's very caught up in everything. I don't know. I don't know what his mindset was. I don't know why he tweeted that out. I don't know what's his playing time. I don't know if it's the refs. I don't know what it is, but he wants to shoot. It's all speculation, man. I don't know. Ron Baker, best Knick of all time. Facts. Did I talk about Thibs yet? I've talked about Thibs a lot. I'm down to talk about Thibs. What do you guys want to know? I mean, Thibodeau is the reason why we're doing everything right now. Without Tom Thibodeau, none of this excitement around the Knicks will be happening. There's no Julius Randle becoming an all-star potentially. There's no RJ Barrett really getting the ability to show everything he can do. There's no Immanuel Quickley. Immanuel Quickley actually said himself, he said in a press conference, I don't think I could have had a better head coach in my rookie year than Tom Thibodeau, because he's instilling my defensive first mindset, and Immanuel Quickley is more of a score first mentality, and he's more of an offensive threat. And he loves that Tom Thibodeau is preaching defense, and that's going to really brew a culture and identity in this team. Tom Thibodeau is doing one heck of a job, man. I love everything about him. Whenever his press conferences is so fun to watch. He is just a basketball wizard. I mean, obviously he's a head coach, so he needs to know everything about basketball. But I love listening to Tom Thibodeau talk about basketball. It's really fun to listen to him. Now it's El Brick Satan. This is a dark one. To be honest, I think that Randle's growth this year is because of Kenny Payne. Kenny Payne has a huge reason for it, man. It's not just Tom Thibodeau. It's the staff under him. It's Mike Woodson. It's Johnny Bryant. It's Kenny Payne. It's all these guys that are getting into the minds of these players and instilling confidence within them. Tom Thibodeau is the guy that's like hard on them, like, do this, do this, do this, do this. If you're not doing this, you're not playing. I'm the head coach. Yell, yell, yell. And then we have guys like Kenny Payne, who's the calm guy, understands the weaknesses, the strengths, being the more personal coach. Johnny Bryant, he's always optimistic on the sidelines. I always notice he's just like clapping at even when we miss. He's really good. Mike Woodson instilling the defensive mindset that Tom Thibodeau's doing. We got a lot of good things, What up, sports fan? What up, bro? Welcome into the stream. Our whole coaching staff is good this year. Woodson is the GOAT. Facts, bro. Woodson is the GOAT. You guys are trying to trade for people who are stepping on the court for stars. What is wrong with you people? Yeah, man. A lot of people want to trade our talent for stars. I'm not that person. I do not think it's smart to trade away our players. Nope, not me. But everyone's entitled to their own opinion. It's all good. It's all good. Anyone else notice Theo Pinson on the bench? Solid guy for culture, even if he doesn't get any minutes. He always cheering on his teammates with all he got. That is very true, Michael. I love everything about Theo Pinson. Every single time the Knicks score a bucket, you see him on the floor. He's just like celebrating. He's going crazy. And I love that they gave him, like, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but he is always on that first seat in the bench. He's not like all the way in the back. He's like the first seat next to the coaches. And I feel like they did that on purpose because they know he's a huge reason why everyone loves him. He's cheering everybody on. I love it. We got some Brooklyn Nets fans in here. Welcome in, everybody. Shout out to Brooklyn. All right. I see you guys. Knicks are coming for you. I'm just kidding. It's all love. Welcome into the stream. If you guys are new to the stream and you guys did not smash that like button, make sure you do so. We have 67 likes with 170 people in here. So if we can get this over 100 likes, that will be awesome. Make sure you run up the thumbs up button. Let's see if we can get this over 100 for your boy. Would appreciate that a ton. Would definitely appreciate it. What's Mitch's ceiling? I think Mitch's ceiling is being a dominant defensive presence that will catch lobs and be a tenacious rebounder. Maybe that's 12 points per game, 9 or 10 rebounds, 3 blocks per game. Is that good? I feel like his ceiling is way better than we can think. Just bought my Quickley jersey this morning. I got to do that, man. I only have this jersey right now, RJ, and I need to get Immanuel because number 5 is my favorite number, actually, as well. Unless we can pull Joe Douglas style robbing Seahawks, I'm not trading anyone. Facts. We need Joe Douglas to call Leon Rose and say, yo, this is what you got to do. You got to trade for this, do that, because that was highway robbery. Mitch will be better version. Oh, guys, everyone attack sports fan. We have a Brooklyn Nets fan saying RJ Barrett is a bust. Yikes. He doesn't watch Knicks games then. Rudy Gobert is Mitch's potential comparison. I like that. I think that's if he can become Rudy Gobert, that would be awesome. Should the Knicks bring back Alonzo Trier? Alonzo Trier is, he's embedded in Knicks fans' hearts. So that's just more of us thinking with our heart than logic. Oh, you lost to the Cavs. Be quiet. We got a Knicks fan shutting down the Brooklyn Nets fan. I'm just kidding around. RJ's not a bust. Don't listen. Imagine RJ in his prime. Absolute stud. Now, listen, man. Even Knicks fans were writing RJ off as a bust. You know what I mean? I know Sports Fan very well. He's a very nice kid. No, I'm just messing around with him. He's the man. But a lot of Knicks fans were calling RJ Barrett a bust themselves, and I never did. You will never catch me say that. Even during his dark days, even during this dry spell, there was actual Knicks people on YouTube. I watched it, and they're like, RJ got to go to the G League. RJ is terrible. RJ got to get traded. I'm like, are you what? What? Like, do you actually think that? Do you actually believe that? Because that's ridiculous. Here we are today. RJ's a stud. RJ has not played 82 games and people still calling him a bust. Yeah, I don't know, man. People are just impulsive. People are so reactive. They're so quick to just assume like things, and I don't know. Doesn't make sense. Does not make sense. Also, if you guys are new to the channel and you're not subscribed to Knicks Media, I'll greatly appreciate it if you smash that subscribe button. Road to 5,000 subs is underway. I would greatly appreciate if you hit that sub button if you guys are new to the channel. Trying to see any other questions you got. We got 173 people in the stream right now. Last night was awesome, guys. Last night was awesome. I'm gonna play the highlights from last night while we're here. Why not? Let's go over these highlights. Look at these. Look at these guys. I'm moving around. I don't know where to put myself. Should I call the highlights out? RJ for 3, splash. Too easy. Immanuel Quickley. Oh, what are you going to do? Oh, not. Oh, floater alert. Immanuel Quickley, absolute stud. Immanuel Quickley again. Look at the Steph Curry like step back. Ooh, green, splash. Are you kidding me? That right there, when I saw that, I'm like, okay, Immanuel Quickley is officially the steal of the draft. That was ridiculous. Sexton drives, takes it away. Austin Rivers. Look at Obi Toppin right here. Look, Obi wants it. Obi wants it. But nope, RJ Barrett gets it. It's a good pass from Rivers, but that's just an example that Obi always wants the ball, and they do not feed him the rock. But it was a good pass from Rivers to give it to RJ because he was going to finish through contact anyway. Let's see what we got here. Oh, this is the Elfrid Payton to Mitch. Good pass from Elfrid here. No-look pass. Mitch down low. Look at that. Love it. Love it. Julius Randle with the rock. Driving in. Bully ball. And one. Julius Randle is a bully, bro. He's a bully. Love it. Where you going? Look at that. Julius is just such a stud, bro. I can't believe his emergence as a Knick is ridiculous. Look at this. Immanuel Quickley dunking on Jared Allen, the former Brooklyn Net. Where you at, Nets fans? What do you think about that? Our rook exposing your guy, Jared Allen. Boom. Immanuel Quickley looks at him, barks at him. He's like, what? What you got to say? You had to leave Brooklyn? This is what you got to do. And one. Our point guard's dunking on people. Let's go. And then Immanuel Quickley pulls up from downtown at the buzzer with 0.5 seconds to go. Dude, this guy's nuts. Austin Rivers dances. So you see Obi Toppin right there? Hold on. I got to rewind that. Look at Obi Toppin. Ready? Look at Obi Toppin right now. He's calling for it. He's calling for it. He's cutting. He's cutting. He wants it. See? No one gives him the ball. He wants it in the corner. You guys see what I'm talking about. Yes, Austin Rivers, he didn't have to pass it to him because he got the bucket. But look. Look at Obi. He wants the ball. Give it to him. Obi's calling for it, man. They don't give him the looks. I feel like that's a big reason why he's not playing well. He hesitates there. Gives it to Quickley. Oh, you give me a little ounce of space, and Immanuel Quickley is going to destroy you. Let's go. IQ. Too nice. Swoosh. Splash. I love when IQ talks, man. Look at this. And one from downtown. They challenged this and they got called back, but still, look at him swimming. He's so wet. Immanuel Quickley is something else, bro. Like, look at that. That's a rookie. That's not a 26-year-old veteran. That's a rookie. It's ridiculous. I love his celebrations, man. That's our guy. Again, Immanuel Quickley. Oh, pump fake. What are you going to do? I'm a point guard. I don't just put it up. I'm going to lob it out to my guy, Nerlens Noel. Immanuel Quickley is an absolute stud. I can't believe it, bro. I really can't. I'm so happy. Julius Randle being a bully, as always. Get off me, bro. Too little. You're too little for Julius. Yeah, so I just want to go over that real quick. Hey, guys, that guy's sports fan. I know he's a Brooklyn Nets fan, but give him some slack. He's just voicing his opinion. He's a loyal subscriber of mine on my other Jets media channel. No need to go at each other. It's all love here. It's all love. It's all love. It's all love. My friend's uncle is Tom Thibbs. He showed me a photo of him at T-Wolves practice. Really? That's sick. That's dope. Who has a higher ceiling, Immanuel Quickley or Tyrese Halliburton? I don't know. Listen, all these people like, oh, the Knicks should have drafted Halliburton. Listen, I'm okay with that. This is okay. If we pass on Halliburton and we did not have Quickley, then yeah, I'll be upset. But Immanuel Quickley is making me forget about Tyrese Halliburton. But who has a higher ceiling? I don't know, man. I feel like Quickley's going to be a better scorer. Halliburton is going to be a better playmaking defender. I feel like if that makes any sense. They're two different types of players. We got the toughest schedule in the league too. Literally, so happy the way the Knicks have been playing. Facts, man. It's ridiculous. It's really insane how starting off the year, I'm like, yo, the Knicks are gonna start off tough, man. They're not gonna play well. Like they're gonna looking at the schedule, I'm like, oh, they're gonna start 5-15. It's gonna be annoying. Knicks fans are gonna be depressed. I was wrong. Very happy that I was wrong about that one. Richie, Halliburton is the truth. He's a stud. I'm not saying Tyrese is not a stud. I feel like he's going to be a beast. He's a defensive-minded point guard that can shoot and that can facilitate. But I don't really care about Halliburton as much anymore because IQ is becoming a stud. That's why. RJ is great. Doesn't make flashy plays, but is playing awesome now. See a lot of Butler in him. Facts, man. He does have a Butler mindset. He does. And that's kudos to Tom Thibodeau. I feel like he's using him perfectly. He's exploiting his mismatches. There's somebody on him that's a little small. I'm going to post you up, or I'm going to size you up and do a spin move. I'm going to have a nice floater. I'm going to shoot the ball from mid-range. I'm going to shoot the ball and catch and shoot. I'm going to drive to the rim and dunk on you. I'm going to finish through contact. RJ Barrett can score anyway, man. I love it. Fib says it doesn't matter who's satisfied, but he said it matters who finishes the game. I think he meant who starts. Yeah. Andrew, I talked about this earlier. I agree. I don't think it matters who starts the games just because, I feel like the narrative that IQ should start is more about Elfrid Payton shouldn't start, if that makes sense. I'm okay with Immanuel Quickley coming off the bench. I like his energy off the bench. I like his, halfway at the end of the first quarter, he comes in with Austin Rivers. I feel like those two guys play really well together. They complement each other. They're both offensive threats that can shoot the ball. And I think the narrative, like I said, more is take Elfrid Payton out of the starting lineup more than put IQ in the starting lineup because I like IQ off the bench. I like what he brings. I like his intensity off the bench. But if we can bring in a different point guard than Elfrid, then it wouldn't be that big of an issue. Is Frank going to play tomorrow? He should, but he's not. Two young guys that play like vets, RJ and Quickley, is a great start to rebuild, hopefully. We take it slow, don't get ahead of ourselves, and with these trades, man. Facts, man. I agree. We do not need to trade for anybody right now. I don't know. It's all right. It's all right. It's okay. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Everyone that thinks that we should trade for a star, that's okay. But I agree with this statement right here. We do not need to get ahead of ourselves. We're just getting a taste of what it's like to win basketball games, so we're getting greedy. We're like, all right, let's go. Let's cut a corner. We do not want to cut a corner to success that's going to give us a really big chance to go backwards. We need to relax. This is a long-term project that we're building, and we need to have patience. Be patient. I know that Knicks fans are going to be like, be patient. I've been a Knicks fan since 19 whatever, and they sucked for a long time. I've been patient my whole life. Now's the time. But this is the first time as a Knicks fan that I felt like we are actually trending in the right direction, and we need to build the right way through the draft. But we'll see. Definitely do not want to force a trade. I agree. Facts. We're third in defensive rating. That's ridiculous. Give me Derrick Rose and a future first for Knox and Ntilikina, but Beal and Levine, I'm good on that. Yeah, man, I agree. I missed the Knicks game. Yeah, man, it feels good to have the Knicks win. Last night was awesome. Should we give Iggy some of Knox's minutes now? I don't know, man. We're just not giving Knox the opportunity to do anything. That's the thing with Knox, in my opinion. Payton should be starting in the backcourt next to Jimmy Fredette. Facts, yo. Send him to China. Alfredo Payton. I gotta keep saying that now. Alfred Payton. Alfredo Payton. That is absolutely gold. That is gold. Oh man, I've been live for over an hour. You guys are awesome. Can we get this over 100 likes though? Is the real question. I'm at 94. Can you guys do that for me? Smash that like button for your boy. Get this over 100. If you guys did not smash that like button and you're new to the stream, thumbs it up. There we go. 99 likes. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much. 100 likes. Woo! Thank you guys. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Iggy is a bum. Iggy's not an NBA talent. Stop. Yeah, man. Who knows what Iggy's going to do? I don't think we don't know. He was a stud last year in G League, that's for sure. But I don't think he's ever going to get time on this team unless there's crazy injuries. Great show. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. Mitch needs to score more and rebounds. Yeah, man, I think Mitch is doing fine. I think his number one priority needs to be the anchor of the defense. He's doing a great job. The only way he's going to score is if he, gets an offensive rebound and puts it back up, or his teammates find him down low, or his teammates throw up an alley-oop. That's how he's going to do it. I feel like Immanuel Quickley would be great off the bench, more like a Manu Ginobili or Lou Williams type of role. I agree. I feel like the only thing that is going to allow this to happen and unfold is if we get a different point guard. Michael, thank you so much for the $5 donation, brother. Appreciate that a ton. Very generous of you. Thank you so much for the $5 donation, Michael. Appreciate it. Keep up the hard work, man. I'm putting in a lot of effort into this. Appreciate that. Shout out from the UK. Hope you're staying safe. Thank you so much, Jets fan from the UK. Awesome, man. Thank you so much for tuning in on Twitter. Who watched the Mavs get smoked after the Knicks win last night? If you think Peyton is frustrating, check out. Yeah, man. I didn't get to watch that game, but I heard really crazy things about it. Why is everyone capping Quickley off as a solid bench piece? He could honestly be a star. You're right, man. He could definitely. I don't think we've ever had a rookie point guard that's come in, especially a late round. It's not even like a lottery pick for a 25th overall selection, especially somebody that has been written off as a second-round pick, someone that's supposed to be a shooting guard. But he could be a star, 100%. If RJ can become more consistent shooter in the future, he could become one of the best scorers in the league if he's the first option. I agree, bro. It's all about RJ Barrett becoming a consistent shooter, and that's going to unlock his game. Another part of RJ's game that I haven't really mentioned in this stream in particular is his ability to go to the rim, draw a foul, and hit his free throws. 6 for 7 from the free throw line is phenomenal. So RJ Barrett is becoming a star with our eyes. I feel like he's the youngest player on the roster. He's 20 years old. Imagine what RJ is going to be doing when he's 22, when he's in his 4th year in the league. Brendan, thank you so much for the $2 donation. Very generous, brother. Appreciate that. My guy, great content. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that a ton. Means a lot to me. Means a lot to me, bro. People are scared with Obi and Randle, but can never have too much talent. Rather have that than these two bums. People are scared with Obi and Randle, but can never have too much talent. I don't know what you mean by that, to be honest. You think we're signing Bauer? Are you talking about the Mets right now? Yo, Richie, you've seen those wraparound kick-out passes by RJ. Sad thing is Peyton is on the other end of them. Yeah, man, you're right. There's so many times where RJ drives and he has a beautiful pass to the wide-open shooter, and it ends up being Elfrid Payton. And I'm like, oh, and you see his stupid form, and it's always a miss. Wait, where was that? Yeah, here it is. Vote for Randle to make the All-Star team. Facts. Everyone go vote. We need to get our guy in the All-Star game. And we need to get a nickname for these two down here. IQ RJ, RJ IQ, RQ, QR. I don't know. RQ. I feel like that's a good one. Oh, man, I've been live for a long time. This is my longest I've been live with you guys, but I'm enjoying it. I know you guys like to make fun of Peyton, but is this really his max potential? The only thing that Peyton brings value to this team is defense. That's why he's getting minutes. That's why he's a starter. He's a defensive point guard. And the reason why we're so frustrated is because on offense, he's not there. He's not good. So he can't shoot. And they play zone. Like, there's defenses playing zone against the Knicks in 2021, and that's because Elfrid Payton's our point guard. That's why. QR code. I love it. QR code is this code to success. Love that. Oh, this is what you meant. Like, people are scared for Obi's development because of Randle, but it's good to have the both on. Both of them never could have too much talent. The more talent, the better. Facts. That's why I feel like it's dope to have I feel like Julius can be part of the future and have Obi be the long-term answer behind him. He can be coming off the bench. He doesn't have to be our starter. Just because he was a lottery pick doesn't mean Obi has to be our future power forward. I feel like Julius Randle could be the starter, and Obi can come off the bench and provide a spark. If your main focus in the NBA is defense, you have to be a good shooter. Yeah, man, you're right. Elfrid Payton does not check the shooting box, so he needs to go. No way Randle makes the All-Star. We got Giannis, Embiid, Durant, Drummond, and Bam. You're right, Carl. It's a very long shot. We're hoping he can do it. I feel like he needs to step it up a little more. Right now, he's been kind of a little quiet in terms of All-Star numbers, but it's a long shot. I don't think that Julius is definitely going to be an All-Star, but we'll love to see him out there for sure, even though there's no All-Star game this year, which is going to suck. And we locked down Drummond last night. 4 points. We're beasts. Start Rivers, Burks, and RJ with IQ, Bullocks, and Knox in the second unit. Start Rivers, Burks, and RJ with IQ, Bullocks. Yeah, I could see that. I would rather that means Peyton's out of there. Alfredo Payton's out. So I'm down. Thoughts on IQ defense? He quick and has decent frame. I think Thibs can do something with that. Yeah, man. IQ said himself he's very thankful to have Tom Thibodeau being his head coach because he's a defensive-minded guy. He when he came into the league, he said he models his game after Avery Bradley defensively, which is good to see because he's a great defender. I feel like IQ's defense's potential is through the roof. They need proven talent. Facts. The one thing that's going to hold back this Knicks team is we're not a talented roster. We have young guys with potential talent. The only really true talent on our roster is, there's no established talent. Julius Randle, but all the other guys are unproven, and they're really starting to develop into themselves. Do you think Smith Jr. can become an all-star talent? I don't. Not with the Knicks, that's for sure. I think he's done, man. I really do. And whenever he's on the court, he looks lost. He's putting up bad shots. He doesn't have an ability to do anything. He's not there mentally, man. He's not there mentally. I think IQ and Obi can eventually be a Harrell and Lou situation. That would be fire. That would be fire. Who do you think is the best player on the Knicks? RJ, Julius Randle, or Quickley or Mitchell? I think the answer is Julius Randle. He's been consistently the best player on this team. He's been a big reason why we're winning. He's doing so much for this team. Rebounding, facilitating, playing defense, scoring, just doing everything needed to win, man. Smith won't be here next season. I agree. I think he's gone. Man. Dennis Smith Jr., Frank, and Knox are 100% already on the trade block. Probably. Do you miss Marcus Morris? Hey, listen. I tweeted this out last night. We should be very thankful that we got Marcus Morris, because without Marcus Morris, there's no Immanuel Quickley on the Knicks. We traded Marcus Morris for a first-round pick, and we got back Immanuel Quickley with that first-round pick. Also, if you really want to get deep on this, it's all because of the Kristaps trade. If we did not trade away Kristaps Porzingis, we would not have the cap space in order to sign Marcus Morris. Marcus Morris was signed for a 1-year, $15 million deal, and then we eventually flipped Marcus Morris for Immanuel Quickley. So let's do it. You think IQ is underrated? I feel like IQ is getting all the respect he deserves right now. He was extremely underrated in the draft, that's for sure. But the Knicks believed in him. The Knicks reached on him, actually. That's funny. It's not like the Knicks took him where he was supposed to be. The Knicks reached on him. Everybody thought that he was a second-round talent, and the Knicks took him in the first round. Everybody was like, that was a reach. That was a bad pick. CBS Sports gave it a D+. They're like, I don't know what the Knicks are thinking. Immanuel Quickley is not a point guard. He's a shooting guard, and he should be a second-round pick. Wrong. Leon Rose and the Knicks front office believed in the kid, and they were right. You got to give Leon Rose and Scott Perry and the Knicks front office, Worldwide West, all these guys a lot of credit. A lot of credit. They took a risk, and they really hit a home run. I think we lost the Mavs trade. I disagree. If you look at what's going on the Mavericks, it's not looking good. They're about to lose 5 games in a row. Mavericks fans cannot stand Kristaps Porzingis. They have so much money into him, and he's not playing well. He's an injury-prone 7'3" guy. I think he already peaked, and we haven't even seen what we got with those first-round picks yet. Yes, Dennis Smith Jr. wasn't a good part of the trade. We got rid of Tim Hardaway Jr. We got rid of Courtney Lee, all the players I didn't really want in the Knicks for the future. And we were able to acquire more cap space to get Marcus Morris. And we have 2 first-round picks that we haven't even used yet. So we got to see what the first-round picks turn into. Who's the second best shooter and playmaker on the Knicks? That's a good question. I think Austin Rivers maybe would be the answer to this, because if you're including playmaking abilities, because Alec Burks can't really play make, Bullock can't really play make, RJ can play make but is not the best shooter, Randall not the best shooter but can play make. So Austin Rivers and IQ, Quivers. Guys, we're going to have two top 20 picks this year. That Mavs pick might even be a lottery pick. Exactly. That's why this trade is going to be fire. We def won the Mavs trade. I agree. There's still time to tell. We need to hit on the pick, but we'll see. IQ should start, but I don't think he fits with the first team if we hold on to Randall, who is playing point forward. Yeah, man, I think IQ off the bench is not that bad. I think, especially if he's finishing the games in the fourth quarter and he's getting the minutes he deserves, I'm okay with him coming off the bench. The only reason why I say start IQ, it's because I want Peyton out of the team. That's why. Do you think the Knicks head coach Tom Thibodeau is the future coach? Yeah, I mean, it's hard to predict these things. We got a lot of time to see what Thibodeau is going to do, but right now he's really proving to be a guy that's trying to form an identity. So I hope so. Delusional Knicks fans, Mavs won the trade. It's absurd to say otherwise. I'm curious to hear why you think the Mavs won. I'm curious because right now the Mavericks are losing and they're not playing well. You guys traded away your future for Kristaps to win a championship, and it's not looking good for the Mavs. I'm curious why you guys think you won the trade because I honestly, when it happened, I thought we got robbed. I'm like, oh my God, we just gave away Kristaps. Kristaps can be a god. He's not playing like a god I thought he was. He's injury prone. Mavericks fans on Twitter want to get rid of him. And I don't know. I'm curious. Why do you think the Mavericks won the trade? One word, Kristaps. Might as well add one more player and kill in the playoffs. Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. I mean, right now we own the Mavericks unprotected first-round pick, and they're not in the playoffs, and they're losing. So you honestly cannot say who won the trade yet until we see who the Knicks draft with the first-round picks. That's what it really comes down to. Because I don't think we can say the Knicks won the trade, and I don't think the Mavs can say they won the trade yet because we need to see what we draft with those first-round picks. Because without those, we don't know who won. Do you think IQ should be in the Rookie of the Year talk? Yeah, for sure. He's playing like a top 5 rookie right now. Absolutely. No doubt. KP is never healthy for a full season. You're right. Don't forget the Mavs took on Tim Hardaway's $70 million contract in that trade. You're right. Thoughts on the LaVine trade? I touched on this earlier. I'm not a fan of it. I don't think the Knicks are in position to trade for a star right now. We are not a championship team. We are not a team that needs to trade away our young core for a player like Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine is not going to take us to a championship contender. I'd rather us not trade for Zach LaVine. I think LaVine is a hell of a talent, and I think he's doing great things in Chicago, but I don't think that we should trade. No. If we can trade for him without giving up IQ, without giving up RJ, Obi, Mitch, and Randle, those 5 guys, if we can get Bradley Beal or Zach LaVine without giving up those 5 guys, sign me up. But that's very unrealistic. So same thing with Bradley Beal. I don't think we should do it. I don't think we should trade for Lonzo. Lonzo would be definitely more consideration because we don't have to give up a lot. But Bradley Beal, we'd have to give up way too much. And I don't think this Knicks team is in position to do that. We do not want to trade our entire foundation to win now. It's going to set us back. It really is. We have so much capital. We have a lot of leverage. We have so much future first-round picks. We have so much cap space. We have so much talent brewing. And I feel like we have to hold on right now. Hold on. I don't think if we can trade like Knox, Frank, Dennis Smith, like all the people on the bench for him, then yeah. But I don't want to give up RJ. No shot. I don't want to give up IQ. No shot. So that's what the Wizards are going to ask for Bradley Beal. Richie, if the Knicks Harden experiment blows up, do we think we go and get Kyrie? I don't think so. I don't think Kyrie Irving would be a good fit with the Knicks because he's been, I don't know what's going on with Kyrie Irving. We traded Kristaps Porzingis for cap space to sign Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Instead, we had cap space to sign Marcus Morris, who we traded for a draft pick, which turned into IQ. We won the trade. Listen, man, we definitely benefited off the trade. It's hard to say who won the trade yet because we do not know what we drafted with the Mavericks picks, but we'll see. I agree. I noticed that we have over 200 people in the stream right now. If you guys are new to the stream, make sure you smash that like button. We greatly appreciate that. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to Knicks Media. Trying to get over to, if you guys subscribe. Also notice that we have some people on Twitter tuning in. Welcome in from Twitter, everybody. Trying to read the chat right now, see what you guys got in store. I'm probably going to end the stream soon. I've been live for an hour and a half, and you guys have been killing it, man. You guys love me going live. Expect more content here on Knicks Media in the future. I'll be probably giving you guys my reaction to the game tomorrow. Thinking about going live for the game tomorrow. Don't know yet, but stay tuned. Appreciate all the love. You guys are awesome. I love talking Knicks basketball with you guys. Very fun. Very, very fun. All right, guys. So any last questions before I end the stream? Send them my way. You think the Knicks are going to make the playoffs? I think they're going to make the play-in tournament, at least a 10 seed. They have a good chance to make the playoffs, though, like an 8 seed. They haven't looked this good in a long time. Would you be happy if we went to the playoffs and lost 4-3? 100%, no doubt. If we go to the playoffs this year, it's a success, whether we get swept or not. If we go to the playoffs with this team, going into the year, they're not expected. So I'm 100% down. Do you think the Knicks are going to be contender in 5 years? Yes. Would you trade Quickley for Lonzo straight up? No, absolutely not. Not even considering that. Knicks are going to be very good in a couple years if RJ, IQ, Obi, and Mitch continue developing this way. Hi from Italy. Love the channel. Wow. Thank you so much for tuning in from Italy. Love that. But I agree with everything you said. The Knicks are going to be good if we keep on to our young talent. Don't trade them away. Let them develop. I agree. Do you think the Knicks have a bright future? Yes, I do. We're setting ourselves up for a very good future. We have all the cap space in order to sign anybody we want if we want to. We have so much draft capital. We have, 6 first-round picks in the next 3 years, something crazy like that. And I feel like we're going to be good. We got to be patient, man. We're building properly, and we need to really understand that we're building a contending team. Uh-oh, my battery just died on me. Hold on, guys. Sorry, my camera battery just died. Hold on, I'm coming back in a sec. Don't you guys leave. Don't you guys leave yet. I'm back. You guys see me? What's going on? There we go. Peace out, Carl. Thanks for tuning in, man. Always appreciate it. I'm back. My camera battery died. Yeah, man. So I'm going to wrap up the stream right now. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It was a great, fun stream. It was live for an hour and a half. You guys were awesome. If you guys did not already smash that like button, please make sure you do so we can get as many Knicks fans watching this. And I appreciate everything. I appreciate all the support. Knicks Media, everything about it is awesome. Expect more live streams in the future. Let's get this dub tomorrow against the Clippers. It's going to be a tough one, but you never know what can happen. All right, guys, that does it for the stream. I'll catch you guys in my next one. Peace out, everybody. Let's go.